Okay ladies, so I've already cleansed my skin. We're going to start off with a moisturizer and then do our foundation from there. So the moisturizer I'm going to be using is the Embryolisse Hydra Matte. This is really good for oily skin. I'm going to be applying it with a foundation brush. This is MAC's 192 foundation brush, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. Next I'm going to be moisturizing my lips. This is Mary Kay Satin Lips. Any lip moisturizer should be fine. Alright, so this next step is going to be the most important part of your whole look, and that's our foundation. For your wedding day, you're going to want to stay away from foundation that has any SPF in it, so that when you have flash photography, it's not going to give a light cast over your whole face. So I personally like to use Face Atelier. This is their Pro Ultra Foundation, and it is a silicone base, so what that is it gives almost like a second layer of skin over your skin, but it's still very natural looking, and it's buildable, so it can offer very full coverage. The brush I'm going to be applying that with is my A Design Pointed Foundation Brush. Okay, next you're going to want to use an eye primer of your choice. I personally like to use Urban Decay Primer Potion, and just a little bit goes a long way. Alright, so the next step we're going to do is apply a white base. This is Chromoline Pure White by MAC Cosmetics. Any white base is fine, even a white pencil liner will work just fine. We're going to be using an eyeshadow brush, in my case a medium concealer brush, just like that. And we're going to be applying this right at the lower part of our lid with a Clean 217 brush by MAC, which is a blending brush. We're just going to blend out that base so we don't have any harsh lines. Over our white base, we're going to be applying a white shadow. This is MAC's White Frost. Any white frost shadow or matte shadow will work just fine. And with an eyeshadow brush, we're just going to apply it right over our white base. And that's okay if it's a little messy. I'm also going to apply it right under our brow, just to give it a base for a nice highlight. Next, over our white eyeshadow, we're going to be applying MAC Brulee, which is just a natural matte skin tone color. Anything similar will work just fine. And I'm going to be applying that with a blending brush. This is MAC's 217 again. And we're going to apply this all over our lid. With a soft brown, just a little bit darker than MAC's Brulee. This is MAC Bamboo eyeshadow. And what we're going to do next is draw what's going to look like a defined crease, but really it's just going to give us an outline for the rest of our look. And I'm going to be using a pencil brush for this. So as you can see, it's not too harsh, it's just going to be a soft line here. In the outer V area here, we're just going to draw this in and feather it into that brulee shadow we put over the white. And just a few soft strokes will give us a nice effect. And then we're going to blend that out with a MAC 224 brush. More so blending it into the crease and the outer part of the crease, right at the ends. We want to keep that defined part right on the inner part of the eye. Next, with the same 224 brush, we're going to be using MAC Soft Brown, and this is primarily going to be on the inner crease and the outer part of the crease, right here at the end. And you want to push that into out of that V. It's okay to be bringing that up here. This also is still a soft color, as you can see. We're just giving ourselves a little bit more dimension into our look. The more colors we're going to use, the more blended our look will be. Alright, my my next shadow, I'm going to use MAC Texture. And this is literally just a shade darker than Soft Brown. Compare the two together. You might not even see a difference on camera. But this is just a shade darker, and it does have a little bit of sparkle in it, but I mean, not very much. Not really much to take away from your overall look. The next color we're going to be applying in our crease is literally just a shade darker than Soft Brown, and that's MAC Texture. Any medium brown will work fine. Just tap off that extra and just blend again right into the V and the crease of your eye, and just blend out. Okay, we're going to use one last color for our crease. This is totally optional. I'm going to be using Brown Down, and that's just going to give it a little bit of a darker contrast when I put my highlight on the inner part of our eye. And this is with a smaller brush. This is with the MAC 226 brush. Any small blending brush will be fine. And we're really just going to put it into our crease. And then just blend in circular motions. Next, we're going to be applying a light highlight color. This is going to be going on the inner part of our eye here. This is MAC Vanilla Pigment. Any light colored shimmer pigment or eyeshadow will be fine, as long as you stay from anything that has any chunky glitter in it. You'll be just fine. And I'm going to be applying that with an eyeshadow brush. We're just going to pat over that inner part here. I'm also going to add a little bit here under our brow bone. Alright, to blend out that highlight and to blend any harsh lines we may have, I'm going to be using MAC Vanilla Pigment, and that looks like this. And I'm going to be using it with a 227 fluffy brush. And you'll just want to blend out right there. Then I'm going to go back in with Soft Brown eyeshadow and my 224 brush and just bring back that color just a little bit, and it'll still give it a nice blended look. With a clean pencil brush like this one's Max 219, I'm going to be going in with a white shimmer. This is by Jessie's Girl, it's Starshine. It's only $3.99 at the drugstore. I would definitely suggest getting one. If your local drugstore doesn't carry it, just go to jessiesgirl.com and they carry it there as well. And we're just going to go right here on the inner part of our eye here. Next, we're going to be lining the top part of our lid. This is Super Liquid Eyeliner by MAC, part of their Feline collection. And you're going to want to go from the inner part all the way to the outer part. If you want to do a wing at the end, it's totally optional. To make our lash line even darker, I'm going to be going in with a black liner. This is MAC Engraved. And we're just going to be tight lining right under our lashes.